Hi, this is Shankar, and today I want to talk about transits. There's been a lot of discussion on transit of Saturn and Jupiter and Capricorn, but let's understand transits in a different perspective today. We have Jupiter and Saturn both, which are there in the Uttarashada nakshatra at the moment. Saturn will become a direct towards the last quarter of the year. Jupiter will enter Sagittarius in the Jupiter will enter Sagittarius in the May, June, July. In the month of July, that is after 30th June, around about 1st of July, it enters Sagittarius. But again, it remains in the Uttarashada nakshatra for some time and then becomes direct. Uh, in Sagittarius itself, in the month of September, right? And that is at a degree of 23 degrees. That is the time when it enters into Uttarashada nakshatra, right? So September it gets direct. July it remains retrograde, and July it gets retrograde and but enters the sign of Sagittarius, right? And Saturn remains retrograde in Capricorn till the month of October, and it remains retrograde at 1 degree 11 minutes 42 seconds till the month of September. So let's understand that in the month of October, Jupiter and Saturn both become a direct. Jupiter becoming direct in Sagittarius, Saturn becomes direct in Capricorn. Jupiter comes into Sagittarius in the month of July, and in the month of July it is at 29 degrees, so it remains in Purvashada nakshatra. So Saturn and Jupiter even when it becomes direct, it remains in Purvashada nakshatra in Sagittarius. And Jupiter and Saturn, when both of them are retrograde till the end of June, they remain in Purvashada nakshatra but retrograde. Both the planets are coming from which nakshatra? It is the Uttarashada nakshatra. From the Uttarashada nakshatra, they come to Purvashada nakshatra. Now, my view is that when the planet is direct, even in Purvashada nakshatra, as per the Bhrigunadi principles, it looks at the house in its back. Now, therefore, going a little deeper into it, these two planets, though being in Purvashada nakshatra, they have a tendency of looking into Uttarashada nakshatra. They are drawing energy from Uttarashada nakshatra. I mean, no planet actually moves retrograde, and I'm not going into the basics of astrology. But astrology is the science which evolves, which is done by experience and which is done by intuition. Intuition doesn't mean something which is there within you. What I mean by intuition, what we call as artificial intelligence in today's world. I mean, if you see a large number of horoscopes, so if you understand how the final vector would be. So that is how we have to look at things. Now let us understand what is Purvashada Nakshatra, what is Uttarashada Nakshatra, what does Capricorn signify and what does Sagittarius signify. Right. Now, Capricorn as a sign, people say it's a sign of people who are very selfish. It's a sign of people who are very materialistic. It's a sign of, there are a lot of misnomers about Capricorn as a sign. But Capricorn as a sign is a very, very important sign because it actually talks about depth. It talks about balance. It is the 10th sign in the zodiac in the Kalpusha horoscope. So the 10th is all about your prestige. It is all about your income, the work which you are doing to generate income for you, which is denoted by Aquarius. That is the sign of, it is the sign of karma. It is a sign of what karmas you have done in the past and what would you reap today. That is what basically Capricorn stands for. Now, understand briefly what is Uttarashada Nakshatra, which I say it is going to have an impact with. The Uttarashada Nakshatra, to explain, and I have read it also, represents a fan. A fan which we have in the olden days, like those fans. Now, a fan does a lot of things. It is meant to conceal your face, that nobody can see your face. So, it means hidden, secretive activities, wearing a mask, not showing your actual self, doing something behind the mask, planning, not showing your eyes, not looking eyes to eyes, not letting your face be seen by others. That is what it means by hiding your face. Mask also means murder. When you murder a person, you wear a mask. When you do something wrong, you wear a mask. So it also denotes those things. Second, a fan also leads to an increase in the fire. If the fire is lighted and you want to increase the intensity of the fire, then you actually do like this. And in olden times, and the fire used to come out. So it means that this is the potential of the nakshatra. This is how this nakshatra was explained in the Vedas, and these stories are very extremely important because they were made to explain you what does this particular energy means. I mean, I should understand that we are particles. What is outside is inside. Remember that. There is nothing which is there inside you, which is not there outside. What is outside is inside you. As outside, as inside. And that is how the whole theory of karma, reincarnation, or whatever may be the thing, ultimately, nothing gets destroyed in this world. I mean, that's a fact of life. Nothing gets destroyed. I mean, we may mourn it, but nothing gets destroyed. So that is the second thing which it deals with. The third thing it deals with is beauty. A beautiful fan, Japanese, they keep it, Oriental fans, they use it, they show it. Fans are also decorated at a lot of places to show a lot of things. So, it adds to the demeanor of things, it adds to the beauty of a particular issue, particular, place where you're sitting in. So it also denotes the beauty of the particular place. So that is what the Urushada Nakshatra is all about. And it is a nakshatra which essentially is a very aggressive nakshatra. It is a nakshatra which shows that, it's very calm, it's very cool, it's sure, it's sitting like a relaxed person, but it's it's a nakshatra which is very aggressive in nature. And this aggression is also denoted in this nakshatra by water, apa. Apa means water. Varun. Varun is water. I will come to certain details of the importance of water and the animals related to water and what water does for us. So it is denoted by water, and it is denoted by ocean. So both these nakshatras, that is the Purvashada nakshatra and the Uttarashada nakshatra have a relationship with themselves like the Purva Phalguni nakshatra and the Uttara Phalguni nakshatra. So what I am trying to tell you to repeat again, and so that you get that both the planets Jupiter and Saturn, though they are retrograde in Uttarashada nakshatra, but they would give the result of Purvashada nakshatra because of the retrogression. The retrogression tries to give the result of the nakshatra behind it. We try to say that it gives the result of the sign behind it, but that is macro. If you go micro into it, it will give to the extent of certain kind of 10 to 12 degrees of the nakshatra which is behind the nakshatra it is placed. Right? Suppose the planet is retrograde in Ashwini, it would give some results if it is retrograde, results of Revati in pieces. So it will give the result of the nakshatra behind it when we talk about nakshatras. So that is my thought about it. It is this particular nakshatra is ruled by Venus. Venus is symbolized by the Daitya Guru. Now, Daitya Guru doesn't mean that Daitya is there in the constellation, but they were nothing as devils. There was nothing as Indra. There was nothing as Vishnu, or they were basically people who were called devils. They had a lot of tamas, we say. But tamas is not bad. We always keep on saying that a person with tamas is bad. Tamas is your energy which wants to enjoy life. Tamas is fueled by rajas. So, anybody who's having a lot of rajas may want luxuries around it. But a person who has tamas has luxuries and wants to use its luxuries to its fullest. It in the blood flows the energy to enjoy woman, to enjoy power, to enjoy killing of the animals, to enjoy things. So that is why they were known as demons and devils. There is nothing wrong with them. We have a lot of demons and devils now. We have a lot of rakshasas now. And in fact, in astrology, I'm going beyond. If you look at an astrological horoscope and the yoni of the person, that is the Manushya, is Rakshas yoni, that person you will see, whatever may be the horoscope's level, he will have the power. He will have the typical, you will just see it immediately. If he is from a Rakshas yoni and not from the Manushya yoni, and you have the yonis in the horoscope, the first page. So if he is from the Rakshas yoni, you should be very sure that the person will have the courage, the will, the energy, the strength to acquire material objectives, power, and so on and so forth. So that is what it is there. So there is nothing wrong in this thing, but there is a sense of unpredictability when it comes to these kinds of people. When luxury gets to a certain extent, power comes to a certain extent, they tend to be unpredictable. Similarly, in nature we have these elements of Rakshasas who tend to be unpredictable in creating things which could be not correct. And one of the example is the COVID-19 that's come from the nature. In the subconsciousness, there is something which has created it, and it has created it all over the world. It has spread it all over the world. So you have to understand this whole constellation and particular atom in which all these elements are there and they play their part. Whether we can see them, we cannot see them, that is not the issue. I mean, you cannot see the pran which is making you to speak, making me to speak. Can you see the energy? Can you see that power? Can you see that thing which makes your heart to beat, makes your blood to circulate, makes your brain to work, makes you to hear? We only know that we can hear like this. This is, the eyes is made like a camera, and there is a retina and it's connected to the brain and etc. Photograph, the camera is made like an eye. But then, how does the whole thing happen in a man, and what is the energy which goes into a human being, into an animal, into a different animal, and how does it act in a particular way? We do not know. I mean, none of us know. If we had known that, we would have captured that and put it somewhere, or we would have played with it. So that is still not there. So that is why the whole world there is a kind of a consciousness which is there, which we do not understand, and since we do not understand it, we turn away. We can only discover things. Whatever is there, we are discovering, and that is what science is all about. It is discovering what is there in the nature. It is not making nature. It is just discovering it. So that is what is the main thing to understand. So this particular energy, which is the Rig Vedas, and the Rig Vedas are not even known. I mean, the nakshatras were there in the Rig Vedas. We don't even know when the Rig Vedas were made. Even the Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, civilization which came in has the statues of Shiva. We can see Shiva, but how did Shiva come? Nobody knows. Even at that time, Rig Vedas were there. There was mention of planets. So that is something which we have forgotten, and it is not. It's very easy to world to get destroyed. One earthquake, one tsunami, and we are all somewhere. It's one thing like COVID is created so much a problem. I mean, so a big tornado, a big tsunami, something with the ocean. If the world gets destroyed and we start all over again, in terms of whatever we have done. So that is how the world functions. So this particular energy of Purvashada, coming back to Purvashada, to the Purvashada nakshatra, which is there, is an energy which is powerful, is an energy which has, it is an energy which hides itself, it is secretive, it is decorative, it masks itself. It is also ruled by Venus, which is represented by Shukracharya, the guru of Daityas. It is also an energy it functions on various levels. At one level, it can make a person absolutely lazy. That is the one extreme, where it makes a person unrealistic, it makes a person lazy, it also, makes a person to jump from one place to the other place, have one experience, go for the other experience. If they want to, joyfully live a life, they want to have a good life, they want to improve life, they are exuberant, they want to achieve their goals, and so on and so forth. But this energy has got a Varchograhan Shakti. It has got a Varchasva in it, and this energy is the energy which also has the power of I will do it, what may come. And if I want to do it, I will do it. Right or wrong, I will do it. I mean, a person like Hitler was born in this nakshatra and had a great influence of this nakshatra. They have misplaced ideas can come in. Once a misplaced idea comes in, they become very stubborn. And it can also lead to a lot of destruction. I mean, I can go on and on speaking about nakshatras and what 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 are the what the issues behind it. And this particular energy, the energy of Purvashadha nakshatra, is the 20th nakshatra in our constellation space, and it is represented by 2. 2 is not a very great numerology number also. So it also to some extent represents change. It represents some kind of destruction. This particular thing is also there when we talk about when we talk about the, the energies of Mrigashira. When we talk about the energies of Mrigashira, and it also has that kind of an energy, an unpredictable energy, and energy which is not, which can act in a way which is very unpredictable. It can be, I mean, just because we understand Hitler, it can make a person, or it can do things what Hitler did. I mean, he had some reason of doing it, but he changed the face of the world. And it was after him, a lot of things happened to the nations, to the economies, to the world. The World War which Hitler waged, the issues due to which he waged the World War, the dynamics of cooperation between countries which happened at that time, are all represented by this. It actually also represents the number 17 in the tarot card, if those who are interested in tarot. So the Purvashadha nakshatra has got 2 elements to it, and this is what the 2 major planets sitting in Uttarashadha nakshatra are signifying, are doing. It is good that they are in the Uttarashadha nakshatra, and when they become retrograde, you see, retrogression is like, let me explain you what I've seen about retrogression is that a person is like, retrogression means that you are a very person who things don't happen the way they should happen, and when it comes to national politics, it is the same but in a larger way. So one thing I would say, that what is going to happen in this the whole aspect of Purvashadha and the Uttarashadha nakshatra, while Jupiter becomes direct in Uttarashadha nakshatra, it is going to be good. Saturn remains retrograde in Uttarashadha nakshatra, and it is going to become direct in October, somewhere in September, October, I said September. Saturn becomes direct in August, October. So after June, end of June, July, there are going to be changes, right? Changes for the good across the world and for you. And after October, the things would be much better. Things would be much better. Rahu in Gemini has got a similar impact in the nakshatra of Mrigashira and Rohini as it has in Purvashadha nakshatra. There is a similarity. remember one thing, the nakshatra of Mrigushira, Rohini are very materialistic nakshatra. They also want material. They, there is an inclination of getting material things and a very great element of unpredictability. I compare, I repeat, that Rahu in Gemini, in the nakshatra of Mrigashira, is similar to Purvashada nakshatra. That is unpredictability, obstinacy, obstinacy which may not be guided by intellectualism, doing something which Hitler did, right, and having a great amount of obstinacy. This is one side of this nakshatra. Other side of the nakshatra is also being calm, quiet, benevolent, etc., etc. But today, I think, since these planets are on the cusp of Uttarashada nakshatra and retrograde, they are giving the effect of Purvashada nakshatra combined with Uttarashada nakshatra in a way which is not a very positive thing as we speak. Now let us understand what Uttarashada nakshatra is. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is a planet which we must love. Saturn has been, said that it's a key, it's a planet which destroys things. But let's understand Saturn as in our mythology, or has been represented by as being the son of Surya. Saturn in our mythology has been represented as being the son of Surya and born to Chaya. He is a person, in a way, there is an illegitimacy. So therefore, he doesn't like the father or the mother. The story is, of course, very different also, that that she becomes a mare later on, and then Saturn also, Surya also becomes a he-mare, and they go to the forest, and then from the nostril it produces the Ashwani Kumars, which actually rule the Ashwani nakshatra. So they are very good nakshatra. They are like, So Saturn, and Saturn's brother is Yama. Yama is the most unfortunate person because he was not allowed to marry. He did not get married, and he was told that, okay, now your job is to keep the debit and credit entry of people. So Saturn, that way you have to understand to him that he is a person who wants to be righteous, who wants to be correct. And Saturn always is positive and Saturn is negative. When Saturn is negative, it gives you the impact of your negative karmas in negative ways. When it is positive, it gives you the impact of positive karmas. It is garbage in, garbage out, input in, input out. So that's what Saturn does. And it does not favor anybody. So Saturn is critical, and we all pray to Saturn that please let us do good karmas. And karmas done in this birth do have an impact on our action. It's only 20 to 30% of your prarabdha, that is what you are born with. 60 to 70% is the karmas you do intentionally and unintentionally while you are leading this life, so that makes a difference. Anyway, coming back, the Uttarashada nakshatra is a very powerful nakshatra. Uttarashada nakshatra is the nakshatra of victory. Uttarashada nakshatra says that it wants to be victorious. Uttarashada Nakshatra, I mean, Uttarashada Nakshatra says it wants to be Victoria. It's just opposite of Purvashada Nakshatra. It has a positive attitude. It is represented by the tusk of the elephant, and therefore Uttarashada Nakshatra is a very, very positive nakshatra. And in the next video, that is the part 2, I will explain you how this impact of Purvashada and Uttarashada Nakshatra is going to play on you and on the economy and on the people. So this is the part 1 where I explained to you about the Purvashada Nakshatra. I briefed you a little about the Uttarashada Nakshatra, and in the part 2 of the video, I will explain you the final impact of the transit as I see it and explain you more about Uttarashada Nakshatra. Thanks, and please see the part 2 also to get understanding, because it's been 30 minutes. I'll make another video of 20-25 minutes, so you'll be able to hear it out. Thank you.